it's time to go to school, son. Come on, get your hands up, man. You need an interpreter? It's time to go to school.
You will lose.
In the spirit of Ivan Drago and Rocky IV, Levan Saginashvili is that man. He is the ice-cold man. He doesn't bite. He doesn't say words. He just believes in himself. Now, the cultural divide between East and West for this match, King of the Table 4, is very clear. And like in Rocky IV, the hooliganism of the West, the showmanship, the fans, they're very different to the Eastern culture. From a place of quiet, stoic respect is the East. It is in that shape that they do their best and they perform at their highest. A huge sense of national pride. We know in Rocky IV, Ivan Drago, he's just ice cold. He absolutely hammers his opponents. A 100-0 record prior to coming to the USA and killing Apollo Creed. After Apollo Creed, it's then on to Rocky Balboa himself calling out the man. And look, the national pride there in Ivan Drago's Russian fan base was so very real. Ivan was the invincible monster, as is Levan. You will lose. I cannot be defeated. If he dies, he dies. I must break you. These are pretty much the only words spoken by Ivan Drago, bar a few, in the film Rocky IV, which we, of course, have all seen. One of the most iconic films in cinematic history, and certainly an epitome when it comes to representation of sport and East versus West culture. Levan Saginashvili, if you had to think of someone in the world that the fans of sport know about, it's got to be Ivan Drago, that he best represents, best draws parallels with. I mean, Levan, over the last couple of months, he genuinely hasn't engaged. He has chosen to withdraw from any flamboyant trash talking that has been laid in front of him from his opponent, Devon Larratt. Levan Saginashvili is ice cold. Much like Ivan Drago, it's very difficult to get under his skin. There are more parallels just than the personality too. The whole culture as well. The movie goes as far as Rocky earning the respect of the crowd and somewhat ending Soviet and USA tensions, ending the war almost. But it was a great representation of this difference in upbringing, this difference in style, particularly the flamboyant entertainers of the West. We saw it in Apollo Creed as well, dancing around, whipping up the crowd in a frenzy, with Ivan on the contrast, not saying anything. I will let my boxing do the talking. Levan, I will let my arm wrestling do the talking. It's such a beautiful thing. Like, whichever culture you come from, you must respect the beauty of sport and conflict. And at the end of the day, sport is like this. And I think they even say it in the movie a few times as well, where I think it was Ivan Drago's wife speaks to Apollo's wife and says, hopefully we can still be friends. I'm sure we can still be friends after this. They're athletes, they're not soldiers. Little did she know that Apollo Creed would soon die. But that aside, the sport is like a miniaturized version of warfare. Sport is what saves us from genuinely going out and killing each other. It allows men to be warriors. It allows two people like Devon and Levan to step into a ring and just sort it out. The same emotions are drawn upon, the same cultural passion and national pride is very evident in a moment like this. And you got to admire it. You have to, as a sports fan, you have to sit back and admire it. And I don't know, I'm just looking for parallels out there at the moment, because this moment, this match, this biggest arm wrestling match in history, in terms of eyes watching it, in terms of this is determining East versus West dominance, and it's determining who is the overall number one rank in the world. I just couldn't go past it. Ivan Drago, Levan Saginashvili, they are running in parallel in so many senses. We are so close to this match. Of course, the conclusion of Rocky IV saw Rocky Balboa win the match. he knocks out Ivan Drago, and he actually wins the crowd. Now, I'm not saying Devon's necessarily going to knock out Levan. Stories can always be retold. Scripts can be rewritten. And right now, the lead up to this match, it's very much like Rocky IV. Very much. So, who will it be? Will it be USA Flamboyance, Devon Larratt? Or will it be Ivan Drago, Levan Saginashvili? Not long to wait now, guys.